Hello, this is Zelda Kelly, and now we're really seeing crime. Hello, everyone. It's Zelda Kelly, and I just had to get my cards out quickly because I don't know if you've seen the incoming, yes, we have incoming, about Auntie Bev. She's going to be out of the rotation. She seems to be going into perhaps exile, maybe sorta, kinda. We don't know because it's not been officially announced yet, but sources say that she is definitely on her way out. Thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, please. Like, subscribe if you're here for the first time. Thank you so much. We lay foundations. We see where we are guided. And that brings me to this. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert in anything except for I like to think that I'm an expert in the cards, and I know I'm not because I learn something new every day. So that's the way it goes. So when I saw that, I was singing, good morning, we'll sing the whole day through, and that's right. So now what we're going to do is lay a foundation, and we're just going to get through this just informally because I want to see what direction we're taking. And by the way, I also saw something about Meatball Morrissey and Mellow Yellow being sanctioned. Now, I don't know if that's true or not because that was October 14th, and of course the courts were closed October 14th. We don't know exactly. I don't know exactly if we can believe that or not, but there's some very serious things, I'm just going to say, that were written there. So we'll keep an eye on that just to make sure that we're up to date on things. And yes, friends, it is the end of October going into November. Do I feel that Karen is going to have her trial? I don't know, but I'm going to ask these questions. And the other question is, if Karen has a new trial next year, I'm going to say, will it be a new judge? Because I'm going to say, I think all of this coming out with Morrissey and the Attorney Beverly letters, the father of footnotes, this is humiliating. And now you're going to see them all start to scatter. So much for a den of thieves, right? Right? This is what happens when corruption starts coming. All right, so we're going to lay out some cards. We have the Kipper deck. We have the hidden cartomancy deck. We have Piotnik. We have What Lies Beneath. We have the mythic tarot, which gravitates to this case. And I have my kitty to the side, who is, you have not seen her yet. It is Mama Sammy, who seems to be very spry this morning and playful. So we'll see. And of course, our buddy Poe is right here overlooking things. Happy October 20th, my darlings. This is great news. All right, so this is what we're going to do. After that huge introduction, and thank you so much for indulging that, getting into this, we have the Kipper. Now, usually I am picking a card. Well, maybe I still can. Let's see. I'm going to do some things randomly here, and that's what I do when I want quick answers. Spirits, guides, and angels, give us this. An occupation, number 34. Does that number look familiar to all of us? And the occupation is judicial. So we're going to put this, and I'm just saying that judicial, okay? So we're going to put that to the side. We're going to say angels, guides, and spirits. All right, now that caught my finger. We're not taking that one. Angels, guides, and spirits. Here we are. That one. It was actually this one. Child. Yep. Number 18. And I'm going to take this one too. The main female. Oh, yeah. Auntie Bev. If nothing more. I like your dress. And we're going to do this. I want this one. All right. A message. Oh. Incoming. Now, in my last video, I said there were more letters coming. There are more letters coming from Attorney Beverly if he does choose to publish them. or to send them. He may not have to, but for right now, I don't think there's response to any of them. The only thing that we're getting is this letter from Hanky Panky Brennan, basically saying that he's going to sequester Mr. Reed into testimony, and that they're asking for all of his texts and communication from Verizon. And I think they even asked for some bank records. Ridiculousness. Okay, so we know this. This is a new beginning for Auntie Bev, and we're getting that message. That was pretty good. That was pretty quick. Let's lay out some Mythic Tarot. Let's lay out the Mythic Tarot. I'm going to tell you, I'm excited. You can probably tell this because this is exciting for Karen. There is the King of Wands. This king makes sure that, you see there's the fiery element there of the King of Wands. He makes sure that doors are open. Well, you know what? That door is open for Bev to walk right out. All right. The Knight of Swords. This is communication. And we have this beautiful horse in a double rider situation. Communication, the air signs. And these are the swords that the knights are always the action cards. So you see this king has basically put out the order that now action has to be taken place. Swords are communication, and it doesn't surprise me because we have this message coming about, not from, but about Auntie Bev. And this Knight of Swords is going to make sure that whatever is happening, this energy follows up and makes sure that there is a follow through. Now, from what I understand, Turtle Boy was informed of this by someone that he knows about a week ago, but he didn't want to, and I agree with this. You just don't want to jump on things that early, and he wasn't quite sure if it was Auntie Bev or not. Look at this, the Seven of Swords. That looks pretty spooky, doesn't it? And I'm going to explain that to you in just a minute. I love these cards. I know you do too. I had, you know what, this card, did you see it flip? The Seven of Wands. Ooh, we're going to put that down. And I want to take out one more. Now, I had a deck of cards like this that was much larger size, like this, when they first came out. This particular deck series came out in the, do I want to say 90s? Late 90s, I think. And there was a book that went with it, the original deck, and now it is a thing of, okay, the Lover's card, that is a Gemini. And we'll explain this. Now, with this particular deck, that large deck is a collector's item, Six of Cups. And the other day we had this for Karen, but it changes based on this reading. So, okay, so we've explained these two. I'm going to set these two down. Seven of Swords. I don't know if you can see this, and now is the time, my darlings. Like I said in my last video, get out your pens and papers, write down dates, start journaling on these readings. Make sure that because when I walk away from these, I'm on to the next. And sometimes I don't remember. I read so many times. But here we are. Now, you see this character. I'm going to make sure that we can maybe get focused. This character has 7 swords over their shoulder. And you can see the moonlight is catching them. Pretty eerie looking. But the idea of this is that you're trying to get away with something. Looking over your shoulder. Isn't that amazing? You're looking over your shoulder. You're trying to get away with something maybe that other people know that you've done. You're stealthily leaving in the middle of the night like you owe rent. And I think for Auntie Bev, she's going to go as quietly as possible. The Seven of Wands. I like that we have sevens here because that is actually a very complete number. And the wands, of course, are fire. And look at this. You're going to see scrambling ensue. You're going to see some problems. You're going to see some real issues start coming here. Because, see, these people that were protecting the McAlberts are now jumping ship. I mean, quite frankly, they're just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. That's really what they're doing. This is a sinking ship. And the idea of, you see, there's a king there in the midst of this. The idea that all these people, you know, they knew. I mean, we've had D.L. Tully. He's been rehomed. He's not with Chloe because Chloe has now gone. I'm sure she has transitioned over to the rainbow side of things. Bless her. And I say that because she's a doggy. She only did what she was trained to do, okay? And it's very unfortunate that Officer John got in the middle of that. Then we have the spokesperson, Trob. His name should be Trouble. Yes, Trob. And then, now we have Auntie Bev. We have issues with Meatball Morrissey. We have, don't you love all the nicknames we've got for everyone? We've got problems now with Ken Mellow Yellow. You see the pattern here? I mean, who's left at this point? They know what's coming. If you want to know the truth, this is the beginning of their end. Stay tuned. Get out the popcorn. The Lover's card. This Lover's card is also a sign of Gemini. Now, I don't know who a Gemini is in this, and I don't know Auntie Bev's birthday. But the other thing about this Gemini, you see this fellow here, he's holding a golden apple, trying to entice. You see? Trying to entice. But with the Lover's card traditionally, it's not so much that, oh yes, you are lovers and you're going to be getting married and going off into the cosmic unknown and just living your life with butterflies and rainbows and happiness. The Lover's card always has some type of obstacle or a mountain that you have to work on, overcome. Most times, you see there's a sword, it is communication. Six of Cups. This person, now this is Auntie Bev, with the Six of Cups sitting on the rock, trying to make a decision from going from rough seas into more calmer waters. I don't think that this transition that she's doing is going to absolve her. I don't believe that it's going to heal a lot of things, except that she's just removing herself from the humiliation, the ridiculousness, and the I'll allow it type things. Can you imagine if we get a new judge in there that is... Because I'm going to tell you this, any judge now that comes in to replace her in the Karen Reed case, if they do have another trial, will really make sure that they mark their P's and Q's. Because they can't go to a judge anymore to make sure that things are, you know, the side bars are going to be a lot less. Piotnik. Let's just do a couple cards with them. Widow, absolutely. She's going to be estranged. She's going to be, because see, she has to be 70 years old in order to retire. I think she's 63, 64. She's got a few years to go yet. So I think that she's just going to go where all the retired judges go, and that's probably to her mansion in Centerville. And she will hide out there. The widow is meaning that doesn't have to mean that there has been a death, okay? It's the death of her career. So not a personal death. You see, there is loss. There's gambling. She has been gambling, and all of them have been gambling with this particular situation for a very long time. Now, for many, you see, it's called merriment. For many, there's going to be a celebration and happiness. One more. A letter. Hello, could this be from our friend, attorney Mark, the father of footnotes? Most likely. But she's going to have to do some type of letter of recognition, resignation. Whew, this woman. I'm asking now, because believe me, my darlings, this opens up a new, believe me, a huge, great big gap. Because, you know, those late night texts that these people get from Jennifer McCabe instructing. That's an interesting card. We're going to talk about that. Instructing what needs to be done. Look at the eights. The 24th will be significant. And look at this. Okay, so now we're going to be... Just a little side note. You've heard me pause a couple of times. I have a table by a window and my front door because the lighting is so good and my front door is close. The energy is so much today while I'm reading this. My front door, it's a metal door. I can hear it being pushed. There's no one there. I've got a window right beside me. There's no one there, but I can hear, like, you know, when you push on the outside of a door, it will give a little bit. That's happened twice. So that is telling me that the energy is really surrounding this. There's more to this than meets the eye right now. But we're going to just try to keep our composure here. The Two of Diamonds, a partnership. A partnership, and remember, I've said all of these legal proceedings are like a partnership. There's no emotion involved. It is, I want this done, I want that one done, I want this done. That is ending. This partnership, the Eight of Hearts, is basically saying, look, all of these supposed sacrifices, all of this success with the 10 of Hearts, doesn't really mean a hill of beans, because this Eight of Diamonds is basically saying, you're not as successful as what you think. This 10 of Diamonds here, because it's explaining the situation of they felt all this was going to be successful. Now we have this guy right here. And this guy right here is a card that basically says gambling. And not casino gambling, but gambling with a situation. That's this Eight of Clubs. It's the be careful because you're about to lose something card. But this says it all, my friends. This Joker. This is the bad Joker. You see the face on that. This is the Joker in which there has been hidden, stealthily hidden things. Kind of matches with this card. hidden things that basically are about to come out. Hidden things that should remain hidden because they are so horrible that when they do come out, it's not going to be pretty at all. It's not like you're just keeping a little secret, I like the color blue, but I said that I like the color red type thing. It's not that type of secret. It's the secret of maybe I fudged a paper or two. Or maybe I knew something was up and I did my best to signal the CW or Lolly when I wanted him to object. It's sickening. There went my door again. It's sickening what these people have done. Game over. You betcha. Now, I want to ask what happens now with the McAlberts. And by the way, if you haven't had a reading with me yet, please order that in the description. I'm leaving a link there, and come on over to Patreon because I'm putting some content over there that I just cannot put here. And it's content that you're going to want to see about this event coming up November 5th, about the Delphi case, the Menendez brothers, about things. It's a free little trial. So come on over, get acquainted over there. You've got pals in this community that are over there already. We're going to be checking now on the McAlberts. 10 of Wands. The end game. Isn't that amazing how that comes about? Six of Swords. The proverbial sailing off. Ten of Wands. The tens are always the end game in the tarot. The tens mean that there is this fiery, because listen, here's what's going to happen. Nobody is safe. They'll all start singing, and I'm going to tell you who's going to be left standing holding the bag is going to be Uncle Brian and Jennifer. Because now they're starting to see their house of cards, no pun intended, is starting to crumble. They have built this on such a weak foundation, thinking they were going to nail Karen. And this is what justice starts looking like. Oh, it's just getting good. Because their ship has run aground. There's nothing more that they can do. Auntie Bev wants out of this. Because I'm going to tell you, she's already getting bad press, humiliating. I mean, she's humiliated. This is career ending for many, if not all of them. Believe me, what they have done has not gone unnoticed. There's a higher realm that governs over us. You see this? That doesn't look pretty, does it? That's her. She's in a position now where it's going to be very hard for her to get out of. My darlings, this card went fluey, didn't he? Community. Yep, the community now. And I'm telling you, the law community, not only the community of Stoughton and Dedham and Canton, but and even further reaches, but the community of law-abiding citizens have been outraged too long. We're going to see what's going to happen, because I'm going to tell you, they are off. They are off. And I'm going to say this, picking these. Where is this little card here? I'm looking for him right here. Picking the direction that you want to head into to go into those from choppy waters into calmer seas. Trying to make healthy decisions that I'm going to tell you this, okay? All right, I'm going to tell you this. The damage now has been done. It is a matter now of what's going to be done about it. We can't bring Officer John back, and we can't bring Sandra Birchmore back and her baby. God bless them all. But I'm going to say this. Get ready. These cards do not look good for her. Not at all. Four of Diamonds. That is hurt coming from the past. And look at this. This is hurt coming from past. Having doubts. It's also a card that basically says, let's wait and see. But this Three of Spades basically is this. It is a third-party interference. It can mean that someone's having an affair. There could be a divorce. It could be somebody that is even getting bad advice. And it could be that someone has been put on notice that the game is over. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm going to really stay tight on this. I appreciate you watching so much. Please like and subscribe. Come on over and to Patreon. I love it. I'll see you again very soon. Much love to you, my all. Thank you. Bye. And for those of you, here are the cards that love to see behind the scenes. There is my little Sammy girl. She's older, but she's here.